All right, so let's go ahead and jump into a little bit about Major League Baseball. So the first thing I want to talk about is more of a local story. We've been hearing a little bit about potential MLB expansion and it being basically, and it's just a rumor. We've only heard a few rumblings about it, seen a few things on Twitter, but it seems like those rumblings are indicating that MLB expansion is coming and Utah is going to get one of those teams.
Absolutely. Which is crazy exciting. I mean, just as a reminder, obviously we got the Utah legislature that passed that bill, kind of earmarking $900 million in rental car tax revenue to fund a potential MLB stadium in Salt Lake City. That stadium will be built in the Power District, and the proposed site is right in the Power District on a 100-acre lot. So all of these things have kind of been in place, and it was like, we're up for an expansion team, right? We're ready. And the initial reports were that this team we could be getting a team as soon as 2032. I think the money's good till 2035 or something like that. But yeah, I mean, some of these local rumblings that we're kind of hearing are that MLB expansion is pretty much confirmed to Utah. And if this is the case, what are your thoughts, dude? How does this affect Utah sports? I mean, obviously this team's funded by the Millers.
Let's start there. The team being funded by the Millers. Now, this is an organization that has a beautiful track record of their ownership of the Utah Jazz, but this is an ownership group that with great stewardships of the team. And I do believe they're going to be great stewardships of any new team that they're a part of. I got no preconceived holdings against that. Problem is that this will be the first time the Millers are involved with owning a major sports franchise while still owning a major league sports franchise.
Correct.
The Millers just bought and had controlling purchase of Real Salt Lake. They're the majority owners now. They're not going to be handling the day-to-day for the Real Salt Lake. A minor ownership group is still going to be in place for that, but you're now splitting your focus. So if this does go through and it does get announced that we're getting a team and the Millers are going to be running it, I have never seen them own two teams before and been able to focus on one or the other and give any kind of thing. So that's kind of my first concern.
I mean, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, we're seeing Ryan Smith kind of bobble his way through owning two professional sports teams with Utah Hockey Club and the Jazz.
He's the minority owner that sold the Real Salt Lake. Like he backed out of it.
And he owned Real Salt Lake already.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that these two ownership groups are just like exchanging hands, like, well, here, you take the Jazz and we'll take some of Real Salt Lake back. But so there's some concerns that way, right? Like, and depending on how this team ends up getting here, right? Whether it is expansion or they do move another team, the thing is MLB expansion hasn't been approved yet, right? Rob Manfred said nothing about MLB expansion.
Right. He mentioned probably in the off season or two ago, once Oakland's figured out the situation and once Tampa's figured out their situation, then he would be considering doing it. It's something he wants to do before he steps down.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing he's mentioned on it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't step down until 2029.
Right. So we still got a few years. I mean, that's 4 years that it's kind of that almost that deadline, right? And then we could get a stadium built in a year or two, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. And we've got obviously ballparks all over Salt Lake that we can just throw a team in if we need to. And
I bet you MLB will be super excited about that. And that's kind of the next point I want to bring up. My next issue that I have with it is we already have two Major League Baseball teams that are playing for at least 1 year, probably more, that are playing in minor league ballparks.
Yeah. And not even selling out those ballparks, Darren.
No, it's really kind of sad. And then you also have the Rays who are not selling out in Steinbrenner Field either. So, and that's only a 1 year deal, man. They got to get the trop fixed. They got to get the roof back on. That's going to cost $50 million now to do. And that's just the roof, AJ.
Yeah.
They still got to get all the water out of there and rebuild the rest of the state. They got like temporary doors for the blockage to get stuff in because that place was not designed to not have a roof. Every time it rains, the problem starts all over again. So this is we
just got out of hurricane season.
Yeah. And it's just a mess down there. So until these two teams are on solid footing, I don't see them expanding at all. Like I just don't see them making that move, maybe announcing it and like saying, hey, 3 years from now, we're going to expand to these two cities. Maybe something like that's coming. The way it looks right now from Major League Baseball's perspective, I just don't see it.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting. And, some of these local rumblings that we're already getting some key players involved in what this team could be is really fun to hear. And I think that, having Big League Utah pushing this thing and all the state support, it's kind of like, why would this all be pushed forward? Why would there even be rumblings about this if it's not happening though, right? Like where there's smoke, there's fire. The fact that, there might be something that's gaining traction will be very interesting to hear of here in the next couple of weeks.
We haven't heard anything like that from any reputable sources.
Yeah.
We haven't heard anything from a Jeff Passan, right? Yeah. Buster Olney. Nobody from Major League Baseball, like the baseball insiders have even mentioned anything like this. This is local rumblings from local people that are saying that it's a done deal. It's happening.
Yeah.
Which is great. I respect that they have that insight, and I love that they're bringing it to us. But it's kind of like there's not a whole lot outside. There's no smoke outside of Utah at all.
Right.
And if MLB is approving this, there would be some rumblings in MLB. This is an organization that just lost a $500 million partner in ESPN. They're going to have to go with a new partner. They're already trying to organize local and regional sport networks affiliations. Unless MLB already has a contract ready to go, ready to sign with Amazon or Apple or whoever, it's going to make them more money than what ESPN was paying them, which I highly doubt. That doesn't seem like that's likely. This would be a really, really bad time to expand of the league with 2 more teams. Obviously, Nashville and Utah both getting a team. Not exactly the best time financially to be expanding your league. This is kind of where I'm like, okay, if it is a done deal, and there's a lot of people locally saying that it is a done deal, it's just a matter of time for the Millers to announce it. We haven't heard any rumblings from MLB, from any of the MLB insiders on this whatsoever.
You think it's a possibility there's just that tight of a lid on it?
I don't know. I doubt it. I honestly doubt it. There'd be something. Baseball typically hasn't been something that's been hush-hush. And if it is something that's going to be announced, it's going to be announced by Major League Baseball before it's going to be announced by the Miller Group. In my opinion, that's how that's going to go down. And obviously, just the financial uncertainty of this league going forward with TV distribution rights and stuff like that. Unless there's something that they have that's unlocked that's going to shock the world, I just don't see them expanding anytime soon.
For Utah to get an MLB team would be one of the most exciting things because it gives us one more thing to cover. Another sub-channel, you'll be watching Utah Baseball DNA here soon enough. But I mean, it's exciting. It's an exciting time for, just a state to even just hear some of this news. Major League Baseball coming to Utah changes the whole game, right? We're a 3-sport city.
4 technically, if you count Real.
Oh yeah, 4-sport city. I don't know. It's exciting. I guess I'm excited for it either way. I hope that something does come out, and I hope it just surprises the shit out of everybody.
I hope so too, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm rooting for it to happen. I just don't know why this is coming out now because there's just so much uncertainty around Major League Baseball going forward. Yeah. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This is something that they announce now. I'd love to have it happen. I'd love for it to be true. Maybe I'm wrong on this one, but my understanding of the league, it's odd for it to be now. We want to hear from you folks. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. As a reminder, folks, this channel did just hit 1,000 subscribers. We're around 1,300 right now. Yeah. So if you've not yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. We'll be giving away the first $500 that we earn in AdSense revenue back to our subscribers. 5 subscribers are each going to earn $100 each. So if you have not yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel and smash that like button for your boy AJ right over there.
Boom, do it. And if you're watching on YouTube on one of our short videos, just know this is available, the whole episode in its entirety, as a podcast right here on YouTube.
With all that said, my name is Darren, that is AJ, and this has been an episode of the DNA Sports Recap.
Till next time.